held its first debate over the weekend.
The economy is expected to expand 2.5% this year.
In Korea's ties with its global partners on the sidelines of the status UN summit.
A massive drone attack on Ukraine overnight on Monday and Tuesday.
Arirang.
여러분 반갑습니다. I'm Kwon So-hwa and this is K-Culture Dive. Join us in taking a deep dive into the heart of Korean culture, from K-entertainment to AI news, on-field reports, and the latest in K-sports today. And with that, let's dive in. Joining us on today's show is Bella Kim. Hello, Bella.
Hi, Soa, and hello to everyone joining us today on K-Culture Dive. I'm Bella Kim, back again to co-host and fill you guys all in with some exciting K-entertainment news. Today focused on K-pop groups.
Okay, let's start off with K-Inter News then, Bella. And we're going to kick off with Stray Kids. And I remember previously you mentioned their concerts and said how quickly they sold out. So now the concerts wrapped up. So how did they go?
Well, Stray Kids have successfully wrapped up the Seoul stop of their New World Tour, Run It. The group held 5 concerts from July 25th to August 2nd, with all the shows sold out. The fans enjoyed performances of the group's signature hits, including God's Menu, S-Class, and Chick Chick Boom. Stray Kids also gave fans a preview of 2 new songs, I Do and After You, from their upcoming mini album, This and That, which will be released on August 7th. The members said they had prepared harder than ever to deliver their best performances and thanked their fans for their enthusiastic support. They also added that the new tour reflects the group's journey so far and their determination to keep moving forward together with their fans. Following the successful Seoul concert, Stray Kids will continue the Run It World Tour with performances in Japan and other countries around the globe.
Well, I guess that the energy from those Seoul concerts will now carry on to across the globe. And we're going to talk about another K-pop group and their world tour.
Yes, we're talking about ENHYPEN this time. They have successfully concluded the North and South America leg of their world tour, Blood Saga. Their concerts in the American ran from July 4th to August 1st, covering 8 cities with a total of 12 performances attended by approximately 193,000 fans. And during the final concert in Las Vegas, the group performed 25 songs over 2 hours, featuring hit tracks like Knife, Bite Me, and EXO. The tour also marked several milestones. ENHYPEN sold out a 41,000-seat stadium in Sao Paulo and expanded their Mexico City concerts from just 1 show to 3 due to overwhelming demand. The group also appeared at San Diego Comic-Con 2026 as part of the Dark Moon campaign. Dark Moon is a vampire-themed transmedia franchise developed by HYBE based on ENHYPEN's music. And their appearance highlighted the group's expanding global presence beyond the music industry. As ENHYPEN concluded their American concerts, they thanked their fans, Engines, for their support throughout the tour and promised to return with even greater music and performances. Meanwhile, ENHYPEN will hold concerts in Busan this weekend before releasing their 8th mini album, The Sin Bliss, on August 21st.
And let's end with an interesting ranking related to K-pop rookie groups.
Right. K-pop, a girl group, recently have ranked #1 in the August Rookie Idol Group Brand Reputation Rankings, highlighting the group's growing influence. According to the Korea Corporate Reputation Research Institute, recently recorded a brand reputation index of 6.77 million, placing first among idol groups that debuted after 2023. The boy group Pertis ranks second with 4.54 million on the index, while girl group Eyelid came in third with 1.58 million. The rankings are based on data collected between July 4th and August 4th, analyzing factors such as consumer participation, media coverage, communication, and community engagement. Industry experts say Descendants' biggest strengths are their strong online buzz and highly engaged fan base. Advertisements featuring the groups have been widely shared across social media and short-form video platforms, maximizing brand exposure. And with more advertising campaigns and collaboration projects scheduled for the second half of the year, many in the industry are watching closely to see whether the so-called Descendant effect will become a new formula for marketing success.
Well, congrats to all of them, and especially to Descendant.
Yahoo!
Thank you very much for those updates, Bella.
Yes, I'll stick around.
All right, time now to go over to our AI anchor Arirang for more on the culture front. Arirang.
Thanks, Sua. Here's your AI guide to the latest cultural headlines from Korea. Let's begin with our top story. Soprano Sumijo has become the first Asian artist to receive Italy's prestigious Maria Callas Special Award, a lifetime achievement honor recognizing artists who have made exceptional contributions to the advancement of opera and classical music. Jo said it was a great honor to receive the award in the same city and on the same day that legendary soprano Maria Callas made her debut 79 years ago. Jo is set to hold a concert at Seoul Arts Center on September 4 to mark the 40th anniversary of her international debut. As the relentless heat wave continues, more people are flocking to Manjanggul Lava Tube on Jeju Island to escape the sweltering temperatures. Manjanggul Lava Tube, formed by lava from Komunurim, stays a cool 15 degrees Celsius year-round, making it a popular summer retreat. The 7.4-kilometer lava tube is designated as a UNESCO World Natural Heritage Site in the UNESCO Global Geopark. Closed for maintenance in 2023, the cave reopened on May 30th. According to Jeju authorities, more than 208,670 people have visited the site as of August 1st since its reopening. The Seoul Metropolitan Library will showcase its innovative outdoor library model on the global stage at the 2026 World Library and Information Congress set to be held in Busan next week. It will present the achievements of Seoul's outdoor libraries, recognized as the world's first sustainable outdoor library model. Delegates from China, the United States, Japan, India, and other countries will also visit the Cheonggyecheon Outdoor Library to observe its operations firsthand. This year's Library Congress will bring together around 5,000 participants from more than 150 countries. That's all from me. Turning now to a quick look at more K-culture stories making headlines today.
For K-pop fans visiting Korea, buying albums or merchandise is no longer the only way to celebrate their favorite artists. New experiences are giving visitors the chance to step into the spotlight themselves. Our Park Chae-ryung shows us how.
With polished makeup, a stage outfit, and idol-style poses, she looks ready for a K-pop performance. But this is not a K-pop idol, it's a visitor from the United States. Her transformation begins with professional hair and makeup, creating a polished, camera-ready look.
Western makeup usually is a lot more dramatic, especially with the eyes and the lips. Korean makeup I feel is more natural, so it kind of brings out the inner beauty more so.
The studio offers K-pop-inspired concepts. The outfits were designed in-house, drawing inspiration from the visual styles of groups including aespa, Hearts to Hearts, and New Jeans. Around 100 people sign up for the experience each month, and around 20 or 30 of them are foreign visitors.
Many foreign tourists discover our studio through social media. They have a great time trying on different outfits and really enjoy the experience.
After completing her hair and makeup, she changes into a stage outfit and steps in front of the camera. With guidance from the photographer, she tries out a series of idol-style poses.
It feels almost like a dream. I've always wanted to look a certain way, but I've always lacked the makeup skills for it. So when I get to see myself like this, it feels like a fairy tale almost.
After the shoot, she selects her favorite images, which are professionally retouched and printed. The finished photos become a personalized souvenir of her K-pop transformation. Today, for a few hours, this visitor was no longer just a K-pop fan. She was a K-pop star. Experiences like this are creating new ways for international fans to engage with K-pop. But experts say turning them into established tourism products will require more than just their current popularity.
To help idol experiences become lasting tourism products, the government and major agencies should work together on stabilizing prices and easier access for foreign visitors.
K-pop fans no longer have to settle for just watching their idols from afar. With the right makeup, hair, and stage, they can step into the spotlight themselves. Park Chae-ryung, Arirang News.
A wish for a loved one's recovery lives on through a bridge. This is Woryeonggyo Bridge, one of the most beloved nighttime landmarks in Andong, Gyeongsang-Bukdo Province. Stretching 387 meters across the Nakdong River near Andong Dam, the wooden pedestrian bridge holds Woryeonggyo, an elegant octagonal pavilion. Built in 2003, the bridge offers a serene riverside view by day and transforms at night when moonlight and soft illumination shimmer across the water. Woryeonggyo was inspired by the shape of a traditional Korean straw shoe known as a mituri, and behind it is a timeless love story. In 1998, a handwritten letter from the Joseon dynasty was discovered inside a tomb in Andong. Written 400 years ago, the letter was a farewell from a wife to her husband Iung-tae, who had died before her. Her name remains unknown, but because she mentioned their child's name, Wani, in the letter, she came to be known as Wani's mother. You said we would grow old together until our hair turned gray and leave this world together. How could you leave me behind? Please read this letter and come to me in my dreams and tell me everything. Every word carries the grief of a love cut short, a voice reaching across centuries for someone who could never return. Buried with the letter was another heartbreaking keepsake, a pair of mituri, traditional straw shoes woven from her own hair. She made them while praying her ailing husband would recover and walk again, but he never had the chance to wear them. A pair of straw shoes made with heartfelt devotion for a beloved has been reborn today as Woryeonggyo Bridge. On nights when moonlight settles upon the water, the glow still carries the longing left unspoken 400 years ago, quietly flowing through time.
Time to get updated on K-Sports news. And joining us in the studio for that is our sportscaster, Jason Lee. Jason, welcome back.
Hi, Jason.
Hello.
Okay, Jason. So this year, we've already had the Winter Olympics. We had the World Baseball Classic as well as the World Cup. So that, however, doesn't mean that it's the end for significant sports news when it comes to K-Sports, right?
No, absolutely not. And also don't forget, we have the Asian Games coming up in less than 2 months. I think it's September 19th in Japan. So Korea preparing for that as well. Another big international sporting event. And also, while the World Cup is over, Korea has already scheduled a pair of exhibition home games. And as for things that are going on right now, of course, Yoo-hae-ran was chasing after her third straight major golf championship at the AIG Women's Open. Unheard of. Son Heung-min seems to be back in good form, including a great performance at the All-Star game and a huge story as Park Chan-ho joined some Korean Hollywood stars to buy a stake in a Major League Baseball team.
Wow, you got me really curious about that Hollywood names and buying MLB, yes. But I'm even more curious actually about Yoo-hae-ran. So you did mention that she was going after her third straight LPGA major and she was in the hunt. So Please fill us in.
Yes, boy, was she ever in the hunt. She actually held the lead at the halfway point, and going into the final round, well, she was tied for second, although 3 strokes behind Korean-American Yerimi No. Unfortunately, it all started to fall apart at the par 3 5th hole in the final round. You put her tee shot into a greenside bunker. She would need 3 shots just to get onto the green, which would result in a double bogey. She then found sand again twice on the par 5 11th, which resulted in another bogey, and she would actually bogey her last 2 holes as well. That actually dropped her into a tie for 6th place. This was a tough tournament for all the ladies. So in the end, 6th place at a major championship, it's really not a bad result, but obviously a little bit disappointing when you consider that she was going after some history here. Only twice has a woman owned 3 major championships in a calendar year. You have to go all the way back to 1950, Babe Zaharias, and of course, Korea's own Park In-bi in 2013. So Yuedan gave it her best shot. Unfortunately, came up short this time. But still, hey, she's got to be really, really proud. 2 major championships and a 6th place finish as well.
Of course. I mean, even if history slipped away this time, I believe it sounds like Yuedan has really firmly established herself as one of the biggest stars of the LPGA. Yes. And speaking of biggest stars, let's go over to a big star in the world of soccer, Son Heung-min.
Who's bigger?
Yes. I think it doesn't hurt to have some positive news in soccer.
Yes. Absolutely. There have been, of course, some disappointment at the World Cup. But yes, Son Heung-min has scored an absolute cracker of a goal against the Vancouver Whitecaps this weekend. My dad and brother were actually at that game.
Wow.
And yeah, boy, did he ever give a big show. Son Heung-min has been red hot as of late, but this goal against the team that knocked LAFC out of the semifinals last year, it was a beauty. Received a nice pass just inside the box, and then a nice spinorama with the ball. A blind shot picks the corner. I mean, this is an absolute goal scorer's goal. Vancouver actually dominated the game itself. LA, I think you could probably say they were fortunate to come out with a 1-1 draw in the end, and in a very important 1-1 draw, because that still keeps the 2 teams remaining atop the Western Conference standings together with 34 points each. Probably a really good chance that these teams are going to meet in the playoffs again this year. So, an interesting game. Sonny gets a goal in it. Good to see him doing really well. And, all of these goals coming after the World Cup, as he's got a goal in 4 straight games now. You've got to remember, prior to the World Cup, he actually started the season on a 13-game goalless drought. So it's good to see that Son Heung-min is back to his normal self.
I guess your dad and your brother chose the right game to watch.
Yeah, they did. They got quite a show. Son Heung-min gets a goal. The home team still picked up a point. So, yeah, fun game for them.
Definitely. And speaking of Sonny, he actually did great at the recent All-Star game as well, because he was named MVP. Right?
That's right. He was the MVP of the game. He started the game. He only played 34 minutes in the game before being subbed off, but that was enough time for him to score 2 goals and be an absolute menace down the left wing for much of his playing time. He led the game with 5 shots on goal. 3 of those were on net, with a pair of nice goals, obviously. The first goal was a well-timed run down the left wing, and then just kind of a casual shot to pick the corner. His second goal, which gave his team the lead, was a beautiful one-time volley right at the penalty dot. It was a beautiful goal to see, but once again, Sonny still showing that he's got it.
Right, of course. And Jason, sticking with soccer, you mentioned that Korea already has a few friendly games lined up, so give us the details.
That's right. A lot of people with, post-World Cup, Down syndrome, I guess you could say, they're right back into it, because Korea will host both Venezuela and Uzbekistan on October the 2nd and October the 6th, respectively. Which cities or stadiums have yet to be decided, as well as the kickoff times. And Korea is also hoping for 2 more matches in late September as well during the next FIFA international window. We'll have to see what those are going to be. Now, remember, Korea is still without a head coach after Hong Young-bo stepped down after the World Cup. So the KFA is still looking for someone to handle the team on an interim basis before they commit to an official head coach. And remember, just because the World Cup is over, it doesn't mean that there isn't significant games still to be played. Korea has the Asian Cup. That is coming up in January in Saudi Arabia. So not much time before another very important tournament for Korea.
That means not much time to make preparations.
Yes, exactly.
And it's going to be, really, we need some more reshuffling going on until that
Yeah, they're going to need like a caretaker for the time being. As mentioned, Hong Myung-bo has stepped out for the time being. They've got a committee looking for a new head coach, but because they've got these exhibition games coming up, they want to make sure that they get the right head coach, because the last thing you want to do is rush it, get a person that maybe wasn't right for the job in the first place. So this way they can take their time to really prepare for the January tournament and just have someone kind of come in the interim basis that already knows these players for these exhibition games coming up.
Let's hope for the best.
Yes, for sure. And now I think it's time for you to tell us who these Hollywood stars are that's actually buying a baseball team with Park Chan-ho, right?
Yeah.
So who are they?
Let me tell you, when it comes to stories like this, I usually have a feel that, something's going to happen. This was a complete shocker. I was actually very surprised when this news hit. Park Chan-ho is teaming up with Ken Jeong and Daniel Dae Kim to buy a minority stake of the A's. Now, of course, they used to be known as the Oakland A's, and they're soon enough going to be known as the Las Vegas A's. However, they're currently playing in Sacramento right now while their new stadium in Las Vegas is being built. So they're kind of just known as the A's for the time being. Obviously, we all know that Park Chan-ho is the first Korean to ever play in the majors, and he will also become a senior advisor to the majority owner, John Fisher. Ken Jeong, you probably know if you've seen the Hangover movies or Community as well. He's also the main guy on the American version of The Masked Singer, which, of course, originated in Korea. Daniel Dae Kim is probably best known for being on Lost and Hawaii Five-0, but he's also got an established Hollywood career beyond that as well. And of course, Daniel Dae Kim and Ken Jeong were both featured in K-pop Demon Hunters together as voice actors. And, with this, I've really got to say that I love this story. Growing up as a second-generation Korean in North America, you always kind of believe in glass ceilings being there, that you can't really get as high as you want to because you're a minority living in another country. And I would say owning a North American sports franchise, this is about the biggest flex that you can have when it comes to the public eye and their view, their opinion of you. And to see this consortium of Korean stars representing, as well as Park Chan-ho now being a senior advisor to the owner, John Fisher, as well, I think this really shows how far these Koreans have gotten in their lives. And I think it brings hope to second-generation Koreans globally around the world to show that, hey, you can be something like this if you put your mind to it. I think being able to look up to successful Koreans abroad as well, I think it's a great message for all Koreans everywhere.
What an inspiring story to end off. But actually, before we end, I think we also got some good news regarding Lee Jung-woo.
That's right. Yeah, absolutely. Lee Jung-woo today. By the way, I want to quickly state before that, Major League Baseball just passed their trading deadline this morning. So or maybe about 8 hours ago. No more trades in Major League Baseball. None of the Korean players were affected. There were a ton of trades this year, but none of them were affected. But immediately following the trade deadline, there were some games that were played, and Lee Jung-woo, in his game, went 3 for 4 and hit 2 home runs in the game. His batting average is now up to .306, while he's slugging .452. That's the highest that he's ever slugged. His average is up there as well. So, obviously doing very, very well right now.
Okay, again, ending on an inspiring note.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for those stories today, Jason, and looking forward to next time.
Thank you,
No
Jason.
problem.
And thank you, Bella, as always. We're going to have you back here pretty soon.
Yes, I'll see you soon.
Thanks for watching and your interest in everything K-culture. Please tune in again tomorrow, 2 p.m. Korea time. Keep diving.